So this is like 2 days after I came and mowed down that oat grass, and I put the clippings in between the garlic bed in order to impart some natural nitrogen. And this is also a form of composting in place, because I mean, if you've been with my channel long enough, you know that I don't really do a compost bed per se. Compost bin, compost whatever. I just, you know, find different ways, to do composting in place, because in my opinion, composting, if you like make a separate bin or bed or pile or whatever, it just takes up too much space, and it just seems like you know, as the stuff decomposes, it's leaching into the soil and there's nothing growing there, and it's basically a waste. So I like to just use the stuff directly in the garden bed, so that as it's decomposing, all of that good nutrients and organic matter can go straight into the soil. And you know, usually by the end of the summer, it's long forgotten. It's just decomposed and become part of the soil. So to me, that's the way to go. And you don't have to worry about turning a pile and all that stuff. Like I said, it takes a lot of space in your garden. And for me, space is very precious. I don't have acres and acres. If I had acres and acres, maybe I would do that, but I only have a little plot of my community garden, plural gardens, and my home garden. So anyway, excuse me, I brought up my potatoes and I plant them over here. These are peas that I planted earlier. And I actually had some potatoes in here, but they were very old and tiny and scrawny. Potatoes from last year that came out of my garden. And by spring they were very shriveled up, and they had made long shoots. I planted them. I planted a few in here, but not very many came up. There's one here. Got there. Over here there's a whole bunch. I planted this bed first, and of course I probably planted some of the more vigorous looking and bigger potatoes. Anyway, so I'm gonna replant this bed with potatoes that I just purchased. This is actually Viking. I didn't get to show you these before. These are purple skinned, reddish purplish, white fleshed. Anyway, so I'm gonna plant these today. I'm gonna stick these in the ground, and in between the peas. Peas and potatoes are good companion. They're good companions to each other. So anyway, I'm gonna do this. I just started, so I'm gonna show you when I'm done. You may have noticed that I didn't, I planted my potato whole. I don't ever cut the potato when I plant them. I just plant them whole. I don't care how big or small they are. Now, I can't remember exactly why I do this. I do remember reading somewhere that, you know, a long time ago, I read this, that, you know, when you plant the potatoes whole, they actually perform better and they give better yields. Now, I have never actually tested that theory or whatever, but, for me, it's almost like, well, if it makes no difference, then I'm not going to waste my time. That's basically what it boils down to. I just don't want to waste my time if it doesn't make any difference. I mean, you know, some people take the time to cut the potatoes, and then they put the cut side to heal and cure and all that stuff. Or they might take a whole potato and set it out on egg cartons to chit. That's what the British people do. And I really don't see the value in doing that. You know, apparently when you chit potatoes, you might gain, I think, maybe a week advantage in the harvest time. But I mean, that's not significant to me, so I just plant them whole. And I've been doing that at least, well, I haven't consistently planted potatoes. The last 3 years, I believe, I have been planting potatoes, and I just plant them whole, and I have had good results, very good results, and so I'm just going to keep doing that. Now, if you choose to cut your potatoes and chit them and all that stuff, then go right on ahead. I don't have time for it. I don't have the patience. So anyway, I think I might, it's kind of hot today. It's very hot. Well, it's not very hot. It's actually only maybe in the low 80s. But it's pretty sunny and fairly humid, and so it's not terribly unbearable, but it's getting to be. The good thing is that there's a nice breeze blowing, so this is an old potato bed. This is where I planted my beets earlier this spring. Planted beets and carrots, and what else did I plant in here? Spinach and mustard greens. No, actually those are just turnips. But anyway, it's all weeded over already. I gotta come in here and cut down these weeds, but check this out. This is my old potato bed, and I have a bunch of, I believe these are purple potatoes. There's one here, and one here, and another one there. When you dig up the purple potatoes, they're so dark that it's kind of hard to see them sometimes. And I guess they're easy to miss, so I apparently missed a few. And, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to leave them in there. I'm going to let them grow and, you know, do their thing. And we'll see how it goes. I don't think that they're incompatible with carrots and spinach and turnips, so anyway, we'll see. So like I said, I want to try and get some other things, some more potatoes planted. I'm going to plant it on the other side, over where I had planted corn the last time you saw me. Anyway, I'm not really looking forward to it because I have to dig up that bed. And the soil is not really the best over there in that plot. It's very poor, actually. The lady that had that plot, I don't think she ever really did anything much with it. She planted a lot of corn, but that's all she ever planted is just corn. And corn is a heavy feeder, so whatever little bit of nutrients were in the soil got sucked up completely. And so now I have to try and build it up. So anyway, here I go. Alright, I was over here yesterday and I didn't get to do half of what I wanted to do, but today I came and I was able to dig up this bed here and this over here, and I'm planting potatoes, as you see. And these are the potatoes that I just received. So anyway, so I'm parched because of course I certainly didn't bring enough water. That's par for the course for me. But anyway, So I'm gonna try and finish this up real quick, get it over with, because I've been wanting to plant these potatoes for about 4 or 5 days now, and I'm kind of wanting to get it over with already. Get them in the ground so they can start growing, and that's one less thing I have to think about. So this plot is really tiny, and I didn't really expect it to be much of anything, but I didn't really realize how little space really it is. So I got my corn bed over here. I planted some pumpkins, and then there's potato beds, and then there's this space here, which half of it at least is gonna be under shade from this apple tree. So I'm not even sure. Oh man, there's a bee buzzing around my head. Yikes. I think it's gone. Anyway, so I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna like cut another small bed here. Not small, just cut a bed here. And I'm not even sure what I'm putting there. Probably tomatoes. I wanted to plant tomatoes over here. So anyway, let me get these potatoes in the ground already before I die of thirst.